Hi, my name is Amy. Welcome to my channel, Collide to Stitches, where we do adorable cross-stitch projects. This is Flosstube number 1. As I said, my name is Amy. I am originally from the US, but I live in Taiwan. I've lived in Taiwan since 2019, and I'm an English teacher. I teach it at cram school, and then I've been married for about a year to my wonderful husband, who is Taiwanese, and in my spare time I really enjoy cross stitching. And so I thought I would come on to Flosstube because I've been watching lots of Flosstube, and so I thought I'd come on and share with you a little bit about my cross stitching journey. So welcome. So I've been stitching I've known how to stitch for a while. My mom has been cross-stitching since before my brother and I were even born, so I grew up with cross-stitch. I grew up with my mom's projects. I grew up around her needles, and she would give us things and ornaments, and she's done different stuff for us. And at one point I remember my mom worked at a cross-stitch store, and I remember looking at the patterns when I would go to work with her, because where was she gonna put us? And I remember there were like inventory days where my job was to like count the flosses. They were just so pretty and so much fun. And I remember my mom signed us up, not us, she signed me up for a class to learn how to make a little puppy in cross stitch. And so that was I think that was my first cross stitching experience. My mom will correct me if I'm wrong. And I did that, and then I did another little like bookmark sampler thing that I don't have a picture of because I'm not home. But I did that, and then I put that away. And then in middle school I picked up another project that was a bigger thing, and don't remember the name of that. But I'll find, if you want it next time, I'll find it. Yeah. So, and I was working on that, and I had it like a good chunk of the way done, and then I think I was just having problems threading needles because I was talented, right? And so that went in a bag, and I forgot about it for several years. And then in college I started picking up cross stitch again, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm 25 now, so I've been doing it since college. So what's that? 6 years, because I think it was 19 again when I picked it up. Yeah, we'll call it that. Okay. And so, yeah, so I thought I would share some stuff with you. Not all of my stuff is here with me. When I moved to Taiwan, my mom helped me kit up a bunch of things to take with me so I would have stuff to do until the next time I came home. Which is fortunately we overestimated what I'd be able to get done, and so I still have stuff, even though I'd anticipating like going back to visit after like a year or so of being here, but that hasn't happened, and it's been 3 years because of silly COVID. Anyways, so I thought I would show some of my projects that I'm working on today, like a little WIP parade of sorts. And then if you want to see the stuff that I've finished in Taiwan, maybe I can do that another time. But today we'll just start with the projects I'm currently working on. Okay, no stress. Let's get into it. So disclaimer, I don't have all of the details for everything, and that's simply because I've moved a few times. And when I say I've moved, I think I have to explain that I drive a scooter, and so when I have to move, most of my stuff I go back and forth from the house like multiple times on my and I put things in my small suitcase, and then I put the suitcase on my scooter and then take that to the house, unpack it, go get another, because I don't have a car. So things have gotten lost or misplaced in regards to information about maybe like fabric and stuff. So bear with me. Okay, so let's start. My first project is a Prairie Blooms Sampler is what I think it's called. And it's from this Better Homes and Gardens, America's Best Cross Stitch book. And this book was given to me by my pastor's wife back in February. And she had, when she gave it to me, she's like, can I ask you something? Because you're like a big cross stitch nerd. Because everyone I know knows that I'm a big cross stitch nerd. She's like, can you make this one for me? And so here's the thing. So I got it in February, and she's retiring and going back to the States really soon. So I've been pretty much solely working on this project since February, which is not like me. I like to rotate things around, get fresh eyes on things, have fun. But fortunately, I really do like this pattern. It's very, very pretty, and I'm so close to done with it. So let me show you what I've got. This is on a 32 count cream Jobelan, and it's a big piece. This was from my mom's stash because she was like, I don't know what else I could find that's that big of a piece. So you're gonna see this thing's like a blanket. It's awesome. So I'll try to hold it up. Ooh! So I've only got this, I can't point, but I've only got this bottom corner here to do, and then she's all done. But look at her. Isn't she pretty? I have put almost 190 hours on her since February. She needs to get done. You can do it, Amy. Thanks, Amy. So that's that. Happy rolling. Yes. Is this relaxing? Are you enjoying your stitching? I hope you are. So that's her. And she lives in this project bag that a friend gave to us. And she made for us. Ta-da! Because this is a bigger bag, and she needs to be in a big happy bag because she's a big piece of fabric. So we'll let her take a nap because I'm gonna work on her later today. Good cross stitch. All right, so the next thing I have, I actually started these like a little bit before I came to Taiwan because they were just too cute and I wanted to start. So you'll notice about me, I have 3 designers that I currently lean towards, and one of them is Soda Stitch. I love her stuff. It's so cute and colorful. And so I'm working on the Birthstones projects. I can show you the cover. Hi. So I finished all of these ones in Birthstones 1. So like January to June, Garnet, Amethyst, Diamond, no, that's not Diamond, Aquamarine, Diamond, Emerald, and Pearl. And when I did these, the only one I changed was her, and she has dark hair. If I show you finishes next time, I'll show you what these ones all look like. See, now you have to tune it. Now you have to stay with me. Look, genius. Okay, so I've done these ones, and now I'm working on this set. So I finished Ruby, and I'm currently working on Peridot, which is my birthstone. So her hair is gonna change a little bit. It's gonna get a little bit darker so that we can match. Yay. So I don't have much done on her. When I do these, I tend to start with their face because the colors are meh. So I like to work on the stuff that's kind of boring to me first, so that it feels better when I get more of it done, and then I just can't put it down, then I finish it. So that's all I have on her. Sad start. Her arm is done, and part of her face. I just gotta fill in her face here. Put it up closer. I love working on these. Sorry, I almost dropped my stuff. I love working on these because they're just so cute, and they're so tiny, and they're like my own little people. And sometimes I like to talk to my people while I stitch them, tell them about my day, hear about their day, living in a bag. It's great. It's great fun. So yeah, that's her. Haven't done a lot on her. I'm excited to get things going once I finish my big Prairie Blooms sampler. Because she needs to get done. I cannot work on anything else. She has to get done. She has to go back to America. Okay. Number 3. So another soda stitch pattern that I don't have a lot done on is, I'm sorry, also, no, don't apologize. Also, I'm sorry, my pattern got a little bit, she got a little bit crushed in a move, but she's okay. Just be gentle with her, Amy. So this is Soda Stitch's Thumbelina. Super cute. Here, look at the pattern. Enjoy. Feast your eyes upon the cuteness. I think I've done many of these like little storybook quilt squares. They're not quilt squares. Storybook squares. I've done, let me count real quick. So I've done the Nutcracker one, Rapunzel, Anne of Green Gables, and I think one more. I think I did another one. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland. So this is my 5th one. And then there's another one in the pile too. Haha. So this is my 5th one. And I love doing these. They're so much fun. They feel like a lot of small victories because you get the different sections done. And then you're like, ah, I did something. I accomplished something. So let me see. She's on, I forgot to tell you before I move on here. I'm rushing ahead of myself. So the birthstones are on like a 28 count crystal earthen by Picture This Plus, and also this cross stitch bag is from So Much to Love, and I love her bags. They're super cute and they're really like good quality, so her bags are great. Okay, back to what we were doing. So this is Thumbelina, and she's on a 28 count like baby color that my like Lugana that my mom gave me, and she got these a long time ago, and I don't know what the name of the color is. Sorry, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's kind of like a pinky color, and so I've got the butterfly and the frogs and these little fish I'm working on. That's all I have done on her. She's still got a ways to go. Also, one thing about these is you're gonna notice on like only on these ones are my backstitch lines thicker. The reason for that is when I first started doing these, I was still new to coming back to cross stitch in college, and so I was doing the backstitch in 2 strands. And I think so the other soda stitch I have, I do them in 1 strand, but these ones I'm gonna leave them 2 strands because it makes it feel like almost like a coloring book. You know how like some kids coloring books, the lines are really thick? It's what it makes me think of. I like it. It's my own choice. It's fine. So that's Thumbelina. Let's put her back. And she's in, also, all my cross stitch bags are she. Not my cross stitch bag, my cross stitch projects are she. They're my friends. That's in this So Much to Love, like Beauty and the Beast bag, which is super cute. This bag was given to me because I also do the Brooks Books like dress up, that Sal. My mom and I are doing those together. I've finished 2 of them, and they live back in the US, and they're absolutely beautiful. And I have the 3rd one that I'm doing done with like all of the DMC, and that's here, but I don't have the Krynics and beads and the other stuff, so I gotta get that stuff in order to finish her, and I kind of don't want to finish that yet. So she lives in this bag, but Thumbelina is gonna borrow it. And if you want to see Rapunzel from Books, I'll show you another time. That can be like a little sweet treat. Now you have to keep watching my Flosstube because you're going to be like, I want to see it. See, I'm a genius. I'm keeping you here, keeping you listening to me. Good job, Amy. All right, number 4. I have another Soda Stitch. I have Little Red Riding Hood in the same like group as the previous one. So here's the take it out of the film there. So here's the pattern. Isn't it so cute? I love how how she changes the colors of the borders for each one, and sometimes like I think it's called scallop edges. I don't know. These are a little different from project to project. They're not always the same. And yeah, so this is Little Red Riding Hood. I've got more done on her than I have on Thumbelina. So maybe technically she's number 5. And she's number 5 and the other one's number 6. I can count. I have a degree in accounting. I can count. So here's all I have done on her. She's also done on a 28 count, like baby colored fabric from Lugana from who? I think from Zweigart. And this is what I have done on her. Got the top done, a little hunter over here with some shrooms. And then I think I'm gonna work on this side. Oh, how I stitch these, haha. I always save the middle for last, cause it's like, cause I have it on the Q-snap, and the Q-snap can like, the Q-snap is just big enough to fit like the entire project. And so it's nice to just like fill in the middle when you have everything else all done, and then your like whole thing is sitting there on the Q-snap. It's so satisfying. So that's that. I'm excited to work on her too. Because these are so much fun, and like I said with the other one, it feels like a lot of small victories as you finish the different sections. So they're really satisfying to stitch. And this is this one's house. Its project bag is from Diddly Daddle Designs. This happy bag, and she lives in here. Are these bags super cute? I love cross stitch bags. Ah, they're so much fun. There's so much to love. Thank you for laughing at my joke. If you laughed out of pity, thank you. The next one I have is, oh, I can't show you that. Don't show that. Is Shoot for the Moon by Emma Congdon of Stitcherovia. And this is on a 28 count navy Lugana. And this is her. I have a lot of this done. It's so close. It's not that close, but it's like close enough that I could finish this reasonably this year. And the colors actually show up pretty well. I really like this blue over here. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. All of my stuff is DMC. I generally use the called for threads on most things. Sometimes I'll change things, but I only really use DMC because, first of all, I like how it's just, there's no variegation in the thread, because I like just blocks of color. And then it's also something, if I run out of it, I can replace it in Taiwan, because there are stores that sell DMC. There's not a lot of, I haven't found any like cross stitch stores. If you know someone in Taiwan, or if you're in Taiwan and you know a cross stitch store, let me know. But I haven't found anything, so it's easiest to just do DMC for me, in case I need to replace colors. But yeah, that's her. She's all DMC, and she's beautiful. Pat, pat. Okay. And she also lives in a So Much to Love bag. This one, which is just like flowers, cute springtime. Happy. Okay. Next one I have, so you've seen my Soda Stitch, which is one of the designers that I do. The next pattern, now we're getting into another designer that I do a lot of their stuff, and that is, try guess first. What do you think it is? If you guessed Frosted Pumpkin, you are correct. I do a lot of Frosted Pumpkin. I think their stuff is super cute. Even though their people are like, they've got like big heads and little bodies, I find them super adorable. I think they're really cute. So this one I'm doing is the pumpkin passport. I've got like half of it done, almost. She's kind of in timeout right now though, for personal why am I covering my mouth? For personal reasons. Like, I mean, I'll share one of the personal reasons. I haven't been able to travel back home since I got here, so it kind of makes me sad sometimes working on this because it makes me like a little bit homesick. So maybe when I feel like working on her again, I'll pull her out, but it's kind of in timeout for a little bit until things start to change a little bit. So yeah, that's her. We'll do a quick run across. This is all the called for DMC. And on this, I don't know what this fabric is. I apologize. This was a fabric tag that got lost in the move. So, yeah. Maybe I can finish her eventually. And this is like the bag that it lives in is another Diddly Daddle Designs bag. This one, which has got all these little passports on it, which is so fitting because it's the pumpkin passport. So, this is its bag. Pew. Next one, another, can you guess? Frosted Pumpkin. Oh, I forgot to mention. Also, usually when Frosted Pumpkin does their sales, I don't do them until they're all done because I want to see how everything comes together and then I can just get the whole thing. Okay. Do I have a cover for this? Nope, I don't. Okay. So the next one I have is the Welcome to Pumpkinville sale that they did. And this is on a 28 count Cyprium Jubilee, if I picture this plus. And I've got this one halfway, more than half, a little bit more than halfway done. So I'll give you a look. I am doing these on almost all the called for colors except for the, what is that called? Look, Amy, look. Except for like the Rainbow Gallery Glow White, because I don't have it. So I'm just using B5200. Which is working out fine for me. I think it's great. I think it's fine. So I've got all my little people. Aren't they so cute? They look so happy. And then I'm working on this little, like, I think it's like a surf shop down here. I'm excited to work on this again. I hope I get to work on it soon. Also, if I'm not looking at the camera, I apologize. I'm a bit insecure, so I keep making sure that I feel good about the way that I look. So, I'm making sure I'm in frame. So yeah. And this one, try not to show you the pattern. Don't show the pattern! It lives in, I think this one's my favorite cross-stitch bag. Don't tell the other ones, shh. But I think this one's my favorite cross-stitch bag. This is just a sunflower bag by Diddly Daddle Designs. It makes me so happy. It makes me think of home because near where I grew up, there's like, sometimes they grow sunflowers in the fields outside the village and you can just drive past just big fields of sunflowers. And so this makes me really happy. So, happy sunflowers. I've got 2 more whips that I have. I have 2 more whips. I have to say So the next one, it's another Frosted Pumpkin. I'm doing the Nutcracker Parade. This is another tag of fabric that got lost, so I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I'm doing this, all the called for colors, and I've got not too much done. I've got a lot of work to do on this. But I've got the Sugar Plum Fairy, her little float's done. And then I'm working over here on Clara. Did I change her? I did! I changed her! Wow! Well, I can tell you about something. Okay, I changed her hair color. I made her hair yellow. Not yellow, that's... Let me explain. So, like I said, I'm an English teacher and I'm an ESL teacher, and I spend a lot of time around, like, little kids. So sometimes I forget how to put things, because I'm hearing how, in my head, I'm hearing how my students will put something. So her hair is not yellow, her hair is blonde. But it's yellow. So I changed her hair color to blonde. And that's because I did dance for a long time. And my last Nutcracker that I was a part of, the girl that played Clara, and she was from my studio, she had blonde hair. And so I changed her hair to blonde. And yeah. Hoping that I can work on this again after my Prairie Bloom sampler is done. I'm so motivated to finish it. And my Nutcracker parade lives in my first cross-stitch bag I ever received. Received because my mom gave this to me. And this is a So Much to Love bag. And it's got a sheep, because I really like sheep. I think sheep are just cute little cloud creatures. So I like sheep. No, I know they don't smell good, but I like them. This is back to this bag. She's seen a lot of love. That's not the phrase. She's seen better days. I promise you, I have a brain. I've been living abroad for a while. I get lost in my head. And I've been studying another language, so. Last bag, before my brain fries, is my third of my 3 favorite designers at this time, which is, can you guess? Take a guess real quick, do it. Which is Satsuma Street. I'm doing the Pretty Little Cities. This is Pretty Little Seattle. Yes, I know she's wrinkly. Don't judge her. This is Pretty Little Seattle right here. And this is all I have done on it. Got the mountain, and yeah. This is, how many of these have I done so far? I've done so many of them. I did Toronto and Los Angeles and Chicago and Tokyo and London and Hawaii. So I've done 6 of them. This is my 7th one. I love doing these. I love them so much. They're so much fun. Put it up closer. Yeah. Her color palettes, they're absolutely beautiful. And they're like, the different cities, they're not the same, they're always a different color palette. And it's really fun to like pick a fabric that's gonna go well with it. So I really enjoy working on these. Repeating myself, I can't wait to finish this when I finish my Prairie Bloom sampler. I'm so excited. Oh, I should show you the cover photo. Come on, Amy. This is my first one. I'll figure it out. This is the cover photo. This is what it's gonna look like. I've still got all of this to do. And the bottom of this. And the trees. I don't think I did the trees yet. Maybe I did some of the trees. I haven't finished them. I don't know. See? That's Pretty Little Seattle. Also, with these Pretty Little Cities, I only do one at a time. I don't double up. I like to finish things. Ooh, I can explain that. So, I'm not, even though I don't have a lot of stuff done on a lot of these, I'm not a starter per se. I actually don't like starting projects. I like finishing the stitching. That's my favorite part. I love like when you get like a good chunk of the way through, and then so when you get like a good chunk of the way through, and then you get to like just finish it, and then all the things are coming together, especially doing the back stitching. That's my favorite part of stitching. It's not even like fully finishing, it's just finishing the stitching. So that's all my projects. That's how many? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 things that I'm currently working on. So I guess I can tell you guys what my plans will be after I finish the Prairie Bloom sampler. See, I'm motivated, disciplined. So I would like to, like once I can, some of my plans in the coming like month or so are, I want to do, I do the Frosted Pumpkin seasonal sayings, and so I want to do another one of those. Oh, I also have a rule. Getting ahead of myself. I have a rule for myself to finish things, is that I don't do more projects than I have bags. Which some people might say, just get more bags, but I live in Taiwan. It's a bit like, it's a bit troublesome for me to just like bring things in. So these are my bags. These are the bags I've had since I got to Taiwan. I don't have any more. So I only do as many projects as I have bags. So once I finish something, I can work on other things. So some things I want to do. I want to do a Frosted Pumpkin seasonal saying. I've done so many, several of them. And they're really quick to stitch up. I really like doing them. So I want to do another one of those. They make me happy. Another thing I want to do is my husband and I's anniversary is coming up in July. And I'll be on summer break. So I really want to make art like a wedding memento piece to do, and I think I've figured out what I want to do. So we get, like, my husband's Taiwanese, and so we got married, and then back in March we had our like Taiwanese wedding ceremony, and then eventually when we can go to the States we'll have our like American wedding ceremony too. And so I want to have a piece that kind of like represents like our, because we got married in Taiwan, so it represents like a wedding from a Taiwanese and American like style mixed together. So what I want to do is, I think I've found like there's a character. I'll try to put it on the side here. There's a character that's used at weddings, and it's like it's like a double happiness symbol, and so you'll often see it at weddings. And so I want to do that kind of symbol, and then I want to have our names, and then the day we got married in July of last year. And I want to try to figure out how to put that stuff on there. And I also want to have like our Chinese names on there too, because like that's also the name my husband was born with. So I don't want to just be like, hey, you have to use your English name. No, because I also call him by his Chinese name. I call him by both. So I want to have both of the names, and then I'll put mine on there just so it evens out. I'm sorry, I'm talking really quietly. I'm talking really fast too. Maybe that doesn't make sense. It'll make sense when I do it, and I'll show you when I do it. You'll see. Just be patient. Just wait. Come back. Another thing I want to do is I have a gift I want to start making for my mom. We have this anime that we both love to watch. It's called Fruits Basket. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It makes me really happy. So I have this like little Fruits Basket pattern that I want to make for her and give that to her eventually. And then also I'm doing the Sue Hillis Designs like Dessert of the Month Club. And so I want to start the next one that I'm gonna do, which is November. If you want to see the other ones, that'll come in my like Taiwan finishes video if I do that. So in that video I would show you all of the other Dessert of the Month clubs that I've done, because it's like a dessert for every month of the year, and so I've done January through October, so I only have to finish November and December and the birthday cupcake. So I want to finish those this year. And that's all I have. Thank you for tuning in. Be patient with me. This is my first Flosstube video. I'm still gonna get used to it. I'm gonna keep trying to do it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some stitching done. And I hope that you can have a good rest of your day, evening, whenever you're stitching. Maybe you stitch at 3 in the morning. I don't know your life. So I hope you have a good time stitching, and I hope you go click on other people's videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.